more races until the playoffs begin. New Hampshire being the penultimate race of the regular season here at the Magic Mile. Going to be a very fun race today on this flat mile track. Let's take a look at your standings here. Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney virtually locked in. As you can see, these two have been atop the point standings for the past 3 weeks now. And if we look back at those other drivers, obviously Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, they are struggling right now as they are outside of the standings, as well as Daniel Suarez, who was in the Final Four last season, finished runner-up in the season points. But I'll have to see if he'll be able to do anything today. He's starting pretty deep in the field. It'll be very unlikely to see if he's going to be able to get back up into the field and finish higher than he starts. Did not have a good practice session whatsoever, so we'll see what that 99 can do. But the playoff picture getting more intense by the week. Let's go ahead and take a look at your drivers to watch for here, starting with your pole sitter of Joey Logano. Still outside of that playoff picture. He's starting on pole here today. Looked great in practice, and he's looking to get himself into the playoffs once again, as he has not missed the playoffs at all in the AAPCS. We'll see what he can do here today. Maybe he'll be able to sneak in a win at the very last minute. He is starting on pole, so you never know. Martin Truex Jr. right next to him, looking for his first win in 16 races. It's been quite a long time, over a season now, since he has won. It's been all the way back at Bristol when he got that victory, finishing the race sideways, taking home the win. He's very strong here. What could he do today? And then Chase Elliott, he is 10th in the point standings coming into this race. Very, very close to falling out of the playoff picture. Can he possibly get himself back up into the field or back into the playoff picture? A lot deeper than he is right now. He's starting 4th. We'll see what he can do. And Chris Buescher, the confident underdog, he was great yesterday in practice. He's looking to possibly bring that speed that he had on Friday up here on Sunday or Saturday. He is also out of the playoff picture by quite a lot, so maybe a win or just a second place here today could help them or help that team get back going as we see the cars rolling off here. Let's get to your starting lineup here with Joey Logano sitting on pole to the inside of Martin Truex Jr. And then Christopher Bell to the inside of the fan favorite of Chase Elliott. And then Bubba Wallace, your Daytona 500 winner from this season, to the inside of Kyle Larson in that playoff trouble. And then Kevin Harvick, your season 1 champion, in his final season in this series, to the inside of Chris Buescher. And then Kyle Busch to the inside of Denny Hamlin. Last week's winner, JGR, looking to go 3 in a row this race, as we see Eric Almirola and Ryan Blaney in row number 6. Kurt Busch also in his final full-time season. 2 champions that we will be saying goodbye to later on in the season after Milwaukee. But JGR, as we said before, looking for 3 wins in a row. Atlanta was won by Kyle Busch in the 18. He got pushed by his brother Kurt Busch to victory lane. And then just last week at Darlington, Christopher Bell tried to get by Denny Hamlin, and Denny Hamlin finally got home with that victory in hand. We have a couple part-time drivers here today in the field. Kaz Grala and Ty Gibbs. We'll see how Ty Gibbs can do. He was really strong in practice. Let's get to your race facts, though. Joey Logano sits on pole, 13 laps around the Magic Mile, and of course 1 mile in length for the track, and 38 cars in the field. And head on over down to Spoiler Diecast and use code AAPCS for 5% off and free shipping on all orders, $20 and more. Cars getting ready to come off of turn number 4, ready to take the green flag, and we are racing here in New England. Great jump for the 22 of Joey Logano. Truex slipping down the backstretch, trying to get in his toe, trying to find a way around him. Logano leads the first lap here. Truex is going to try the high lane. He's going to diamond the corner. Logano got a little loose coming out for the corner. Truex takes advantage. He takes the lead. Logano tries to cross over. Not enough. He's going to fall to second and stay there. Truex takes over the lead. Wallace now taking a look on Christopher Bell for third place. He's going to take it. Got a little tight off the corner. Bell might be trying to take over that spot again, but it looks like he was able to fall back to fourth again. As we see Truex still leading here with Logano hot in his tail. Now, not anymore, as Logano's starting to have the 23 of Wallace all over his back bumper, trying to hold him off. Truex coming off of turn number 4 to lead the 4th lap of the day. And there's a caution. Oh, 2 playoff contenders. Tyler Reddick and Brad Keselowski go hard into the outside wall. Reddick down pit road immediately after that. Major damage to the rear quarter panel of the 6th car. Let's take a look and see what happened. Oh, it looks like, I can't really tell there. It looks like Tyler Reddick locked it up going into the corner. And Keselowski was just in the crossfire. And yeah, that's a big hit for Keselowski. He's possibly done here today. And it looks like Tyler Reddick might be done here today as well. Both of those drivers were outside of the top 5 in the standings. So those guys are going to have a lot of work to do come Vegas. Only one more race in the regular season after today. No bother as we have the cars coming off of turn number 4. Wallace and Truex leading to the line. Green flags back in the air. Logano's trying to make a move. Oh, 3 wide as Truex gets punted up the track into his Toyota teammate Wallace. Logano takes over the race lead, and Truex is going to fall to second. Look at Chris Buescher coming up into third now. Leading down into turn number 1, Logano's trying to hold off the 19 of Truex. Truex trying to use that diamond lane, trying to take it. Here he comes down to the inside. He's going to take it off of turn number 4. Chris Buescher now trying to look on Joey Logano for that second spot. Looks like he's going to be able to take it going down into the corner. Down the backstretch they go. Truex with the lead. And oh, there's a caution. Big crash for Casgralla. Major hit into the outside wall. Major damage for the 50 car. Not exactly sure what happened here. Let's take a look. It looks like a tire blew out. Heading down into turn number 1. That's the worst spot that you could lose a tire, and look at all of the damage to the 50 car. Major hit. He's going to be towed to the garage on the flatbed. Casgralla is okay as these cars are made safer than they were before. Down to the choose code, you can see Buescher choosing the inside lane. Logano up top. We'll see what he can do as they come off at turn 4. Truex looking for a win, and oh, Logano got a little squirrely on the restart. That's going to shove him back down to third as Buescher's trying to look for the lead. He got a little loose coming off at the corner. Trying to look down to the inside. Buescher is going to take over the lead from Truex. Truex is going to pull him back around the outside. Still side by side as they go down into turn number 1. Buescher is going to be able to clear Truex. Truex with the crossover though going down the backstretch. Coming to 3 to go, this time by Buescher trying to use the bumper on the 19. Truex is going to lead that lap. Buescher's trying to find a way around him. He's going to try the high lane, trying to do what he did earlier in the race. Down the backstretch they go. Good, nice flyby there. Here comes Buescher down to the inside. Coming to 2 laps to go. This time by. Throw up the peace sign as there's only 2 more laps to go here at the Magic Mile. Martin Truex Jr. stuck on the outside with Buescher on his inside. Big crash on the front stretch. Austin Cindric with a major hit into the inside wall. Going down into turn number 1. The caution is out with only 2 laps to go. This is going to put us into overtime. Let's take a look at what happened here. It looks like he cleared himself going down into the inside lane off of Ryan Preece. Looks like Preece must have gotten up into the wall, and that must have been why he went down onto pit road. But man, what a big hit for the number 2 car of Austin Cindric. He is most certainly out of today's race. Preece will be able to continue, but that was a big hit for the number 2 car of Austin Cindric. Now, what could this mean for the restart? With only 2 laps to go, it's going to be overtime. Buescher is going to choose the inside. Logano chooses the outside. Will Buescher make it a 3-wide move as I come off of turn number 4? Green flags back in the air. Here comes Buescher down to the inside. Logano got a bad start. Buescher now trying to look down to the inside on the 19 for the lead. Martin Truex Jr. is trying to hold him off. He's still there, still quarter panel. He's going to slide up the track. White flag in the air here at New Hampshire. Martin Truex Jr. is holding off Chris Buescher, who's trying all his might to get around the 19. He gets loose. Martin Truex Jr. clears Buescher, and Buescher's going to fall back more and more and off of turn 4. Martin Truex Jr. owns the Magic Mile, and he makes it a 3-in-a-row win streak for JGR. And history has been made for Martin Truex Jr. Take a look and see how it happened. On the restart, Buescher tried to make it 3 wide. Logano fell up top, and then Martin Truex Jr. was able to hold off the 17 for so long. Buescher didn't get the lead once on that restart, and we can see here's the final lap here coming down the backstretch. Buescher sent it a little too hard and got himself loose, almost put Truex up into the wall, and then there it is. Martin Truex Jr. wins the race by more than half a car length. How about that? And he's burning it down here on the front stretch. Give it up for Martin Truex Jr. Here are your results coming out of this race. Kyle Larson, who's in a point situation, finishes 11th. Buescher and Logano both, who are outside of the standings coming into this race. With those finishes, they might as well be in, but you never know. And then Ty Gibbs, how about him? Finishing 14th here today, showing strong performance for that young gun of Ty Gibbs. I said history continues for Martin Truex Jr. earlier, and by that I mean he is the only driver who has won a race in every single season of the AAPCS. That has got to be a milestone that has got to be respected among all drivers. And then we also saw there at the end of that results graphic that the two former playoff drivers of Reddick and Keselowski DNF'd. As we can see there, they're 15th and 16th. And what about Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney? Both of those drivers virtually locked in to the playoffs as long as they don't screw it all up in Vegas. But with the way that both of those drivers perform there, I guarantee that both of them will be able to make it in. Christopher Bell on the cusp of the playoffs, just one spot out. But how about Joey Logano and Chris Buescher? Both of their performances, a second from Buescher and a third from Logano, had gotten them both into the playoffs as of right now. If they can keep up their performance, maybe they could even make it in to the postseason after Las Vegas. Well, it was a great race today here at the Magic Mile. We hope you guys enjoyed today's race, and congratulations to Martin Truex Jr. for continuing not one but 2 streaks for that number 19. Not only winning a race in every single season, but winning the 3rd race in a row for JGR after they've had a bad season, at least in the beginning. But we've said it once and I've said it before, the regular season finale will be held in Sin City at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Be sure to tune in for that race. It's going to be a fun one. That's the race where we decide who will be racing for a championship in the final 5 races of the season. We hope you guys enjoyed today's race. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already to see more races like this. And we'll see you all in Sin City.